Hello students, how are you all? You must be thinking that why I am standing here, right? So, I am your chemistry teacher, Ms. Kumari Neha, and I am working here as a chemistry teacher for you people. So students, today we are going to see the lesson in 10th standard and name of the lesson is Periodic Classification of Elements. So children, before going into the chapter, we should know exactly what a periodic table is. So, when you are seeing a periodic table, it will look little bit like this. So, here you can see that all the elements are arranged in some or the other orders. So, here you can see that the first two rows here are known as the S block elements. The center part from this place to this place is the D block elements. Later on here it is P and the bottom part is F block elements. So, about this lesson we are going to study in details today. So, before going into the chapter, let us see how this chapter originated. So, students, in the year of 1789, Anthony Lavoisier came with the concept of 23 elements. So, he found out that there are, according to him, there are 23 elements, and furthermore, he have divided that 23 elements into 4 major parts. So, the major parts were the atom first, it was in the form of gas. Second, the elements were looking as they can make acids. So, second one was acid making elements. After that, there were salts. So, that is fourth one, and it is known as earthly metal. So, children, in earthly metal it will consider all the oxides, and ores. Okay. So, these are the 4 classification which we did: acid making, then gas, salts and earthly metals. So, dividing on this only he found that there are 23 elements. But later on what happens is this thing got demolished. Demolished means it got removed. In that time came the person named Debonair. So, in the year of 1817, the person who you can see over here is known as J.P. Debonair. He gave the concept of traits. So, traits means that there will be group of elements. The group of elements means there will be three group of elements. So, for example, here you can see that there is lithium, sodium and potassium. What he said that lithium and potassium will combine together, and when you are taking the average of that, you will get the value of the sodium. So, what is it? It is showing that whenever you are taking the average of first and third element, it gave the value of the second element's atomic number, or you can also call it as atomic mass. Okay. Same way here, when we considered the salts of chlorine, bromine and iodine, when he took chlorine atomic mass and iodine atomic mass and he took the average of it, he got 80 as the value, and 80 was the atomic number for bromine. So, this is the way how he had arranged the atoms. Okay. Now, you see here, these are the group of people who are the reason behind why we are studying the chemistry or the periodic table. So, in many years before, there was a society meeting. That society meeting of all the chemists is known as Royal Society meeting. What it is? Royal Society of chemistry. So in this meeting there were many scientists called. So in that there was Mendeleev, Newland and Moseley and remaining others. So they all decided that how a periodic table can be made. So what they decided was, let me show you. Now first comes the Newland. So Newland already discovered in 1864 the concept of octave. Octave comes from the name as 8. Octave denotes as 8. Okay. So what he did was he arranged the elements in the arrangement of a sound. That sound in Hindi, it's also the sur sound. What it is? Sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni. So what he did was he have arranged all the elements, and there was one coincidence that the first element showed the same property with the 8th element. So just consider this is the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th and again 8th. So lithium and sodium showed the similar properties. That is why he arranged lithium and sodium next to each other. You can call it as in a particular row. Same way, when sodium is considered with the other elements, downwards you can see that potassium is added, and these are the elements which are showing the similar properties. So that is why Newland gave the information of a law of octave. He said that every 8th element will show the property of the first element, right? Yes. Now came Lothar Meyer. So Lothar Meyer, what he did in 1864, he had decided a periodic table, but that periodic table he did not fix everything. Okay. So what he did was he had many elements, and according to the atomic masses he have arranged the elements. So this is the person who is Lothar Meyer, and see here he have arranged the elements with atomic mass and atomic volume. So what he saw that whichever elements were coming first, he have arranged them in a row. So this periodic table, little bit it resembles with the modern periodic table which we are studying right now. Okay. And then come the Mendeleev. So what did Mendeleev do? See, Mendeleev had 70 elements. How much elements? Mendeleev had 70 elements. These 70 elements he had taken and he had put in the rubber box. In that box, then one by one he was picking it out, and before that they had drawn a table. And there were some spaces here. What he did was, when he was removing the elements according to the atomic weights, he started placing them. So first he placed here, then he placed here, and later on he have filled few elements. But when he made this atomic table, that time he saw that some rows were empty. So that empty rows, he decided that he will leave that, so that in future if there is more production of the elements, they can place it over there. So I will show you what is the periodic table which he have done. So this is the periodic table which Mendeleev have decided. So there was some problem in this, children. The problem was, when he is taking the 3rd and the 4th column and he is comparing it with the 4th row, you will see here that gallium and germanium, these two elements, he did not give this name. He gave the name as Eka aluminium and Eka silicon, because these are the elements after aluminium and after silicon. So what he did was, he found that these names were given. Later on only gallium and germanium names were given. Then there was one more contradiction to this one, is that when you are comparing the place of tellurium and iodine, I said that all the according to atomic weights they were placed, right? But here if you are seeing, the atomic weight of iodine is 127 and atomic weight of tellurium is 128. But tellurium is coming first. It should come later, right? So this is the contradiction which we ruled out after the Mendeleev got gone, right? Yes. So now let's see after that Moseley what he did. So Moseley in 1912 he decided that he will place all the elements according to the atomic number. So what he did was, he have taken the elements, on the elements he have passed the fast moving electrons. What he did? He have taken elements, on the elements he have passed the high moving, or you can call it as high speed electrons. What he saw that when he is passing it, there was some kind of rays, or you can call it as spectral form. So lines, all the lines which are formed, these forms of lines are called as electrospectral, or here it was X-ray spectra. On this he found some frequencies. Now according to frequency only he decided what will be the number of a substance. Okay? Yes. So then he gave the concept of atomic numbers. Now let's see what the final completion, or you can call it as the confirmation of all the elements were done. See children, what they did was, all these people sat together and decided that let's place a value. So what they did is, they placed a periodic table first empty. Then they placed all the elements here. In these elements they have divided into 4 groups, or you can also call it as 4 blocks. So the first block, first 2 rows over here is known as S block elements. Why? Because the shell of this element will have the last shell as S. Same way here, that is the blue part which you can see over here, this is the D block elements. This side it is the P block elements, and last which you can see 2 rows. These 2 rows are F block elements. So about all this we are going to study in the next time when we are going to the chapter. Okay? So students, I hope you have understood what are all things we have discussed here. We have discussed only the basic and the history of periodic table. So now which periodic table which we are studying, it is known as a modern periodic table, and it is taken with the consideration of Mendeleev, right? So students, I hope you have enjoyed the session. Hope we meet next time again with a more interesting topics. Until then, bye bye.